Hi, welcome to another great tutorial for your photo challenge. This time I'm going to show you how to get the awesomeness out of your photographs with some quick and easy steps, but you're going to have to be careful with this technique because if you push it too far you're going to end up with some pretty crappy results, so you want to be really careful with this one. The first thing you're going to do is duplicate your background layer. We want to do this to have a backup, so if we do something wrong we don't lose the original image. Okay, so we're going to start working on this one, the background copy layer. We then go to Image, Adjustments, Brightness and Contrast. We don't want to move the brightness and contrast a lot, so we're just going to put it up to about 8 on the contrast and minus 9 on the brightness. Okay, we can start seeing some good results. It's looking a lot better now. Now we're gonna adjust the curves. I have another tutorial on curves. You should check that one out before doing this one. So we're gonna hit Command U to bring out, Command M to bring out the curves. For this one we want to darken it a little bit, so we're gonna drag this a little bit down. Not that much. I think that's fine. Okay, the next step is to duplicate this layer again, and we're gonna turn it into a black and white image using the channel mixer. We're just gonna hit on the monochrome button right over here, and so it turns to a black and white image, and then we're gonna hit OK. Now the next step is to change the layer type from normal to soft light over here, and you can see we're getting some really interesting effect. Now we want to check how our editing is going. So you can see it looks very interesting. It's a little bit dark over here, so we're gonna hit the curves again by pressing Command M. This time we're going to drag it all the way to the other side. Here we can exaggerate a little bit more. Yeah, I think this looks pretty good. Alright, now it's looks a lot better. Now we want to merge these two layers together, so we're going to select both of these layers and go to Layer and Merge Layers. You can also do this by pressing Command E. Right, we're going to duplicate this layer again, just to make sure we don't end up doing something wrong on the other one. And we're going to go to Filter, Sharpen, and Unsharp Mask. Now we have to be really careful with the Unsharp Mask tool, because you can end up having some good results, but it might look very bad when you print it out, or you have to be really careful. Now you want to make sure that the threshold is on 0 to get the best results. You can see what this effect is doing by clicking on the preview button, and this is a pretty good result over here. I'm just gonna play around to show you what the Unsharp Mask does to the photo. Okay, you can see we get a lot more out of the texture, so it looks pretty good, but we as I said on the beginning, we don't want to push it that far, so we're gonna go back to 8.4. You can also play with the amount. I think this is pretty good. Okay, now we're gonna merge these two layers again, so I'm gonna select them and press Command E, and now we can check how our editing is going from the original image to this one. You can see it looks a lot better, some high contrast, and it's just a really more interesting photograph. I'm gonna show you some extra step that you don't always want to do, but for this one I think it works pretty good. It's an interesting effect you can add to your photographs by going to Filter, then render and lighting effects. Okay, now we would change the light type from spotlight to omni, and you can see you get like more light. So we want to make this circle a little bit bigger by dragging this all the way, like almost hitting the edges. Now you can see the image is a lot has a lot of light in it, so we're gonna drag the intensity bar a little bit down to 24. We can hit the preview button to see how it is changing and then hit OK. Now what this effect does is it gives you like a spotlight in the center of the image. You can see this. Now this is pretty good, like it's a pretty cool effect because it makes you focus on the center of the image. So as you can see, like here the sky is just a bit annoying, and by doing this we can focus on the center of the image. Okay, now we can check how it looks from the original. I think it's pretty good result, a lot more out of the texture, so it's a pretty interesting effect. You can try this and just play around with these steps, see what you can find out, and upload your images to the Flickr group for your photo challenge. Good luck!